Hey peeps, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that I'm back filming. I took a week off kind of on accident. I didn't really mean to do that. I blamed it on I wasn't feeling good enough to film a video, but no, it was just me being lazy. So I have some tea. This is Tension Tamer. It's not a Tea Time Tuesday today. I just wanted to sit down and kind of talk about some things that I had been going through the last few weeks to kind of center and see where I stand on some things. So I just want to kind of talk a little bit about some honest things that I've been going through and just in regards to my health, some goals of mine, and just I'd like to share them because I think that again, we can all learn from each other, but also I want to be transparent. I don't want to be dishonest. I want to tell you exactly where I am at without getting maybe, I don't know, I guess too personal, or, you know, just kind of chat with me. So let's take a sip. So good. Also, it is actually fall out. I live in South Louisiana, so it's currently, let's see, where are we at? Here in South Louisiana. Right now it is currently 81 degrees, which between 70 and 80 is really good for where I live. It's usually way hotter, so that's pretty good. But yeah, so let's just chat. I don't know what this is. What am I doing? I don't know. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk a little bit about is kind of maybe a goal of mine that I've set. So a couple of months ago, I had realized, I say a couple months ago, maybe 6 to 7 months ago now, I found out that I had gained like about 20-ish pounds. I've never really been consistent with weighing myself, so I don't really know exactly where I was at that point, about a little over a year ago, but I do know that about 7 months ago I knew I was the heaviest I had ever seen myself as. And then I decided to weigh myself a week ago thinking that I had, which I have lost some weight, but I didn't realize that I had gained even more than that. So in total, I think I was probably about 40 pounds up from where I was about a year and a half ago, which was my fittest, I would kind of say. And so that made me feel, it was kind of a heavy blow. I don't think I'm necessarily unhealthy. I don't think I'm at a weight that's terrible, but I know that I'm not at a weight that I feel my best as. And I don't like that. So something I was just kind of sitting down and just thinking about and just kind of contemplating is, you know, where do I want to be at? And basically I just want to be at a healthy weight for my size. I'm 5'6", so that's a little bit taller than the average American woman. I live in America, so that's why I'm saying that. But I want to say, here, let's see. I wrote down in my little health notebook kind of like a chart with some measurements and stuff. I'm not really like trying to get, as far as measurements go, I just wrote it down because I thought it would be cool to see what changes, but I'm not really concerned about that as much as I'm just concerned about the weight. So this is what the little chart looks like. I don't want to get too close. That's what it looks like. And I would have to say that it's kind of humbling. I never thought I would be at a weight that I didn't like. I never thought that I would gain so much weight. I've kind of always been a fairly healthy weight my whole entire life. Again, the only time I was ever like overweight, I thought, because you know I didn't really know much about anything yet, was when I was about 16. I think I went all the way up to like 140, 140 pounds. I don't remember how tall I was. I don't know if I was my full height I am now or if I was a little bit shorter. I'm not sure. Again, I've never been consistent with like weighing myself or like measuring myself or anything. It's just kind of been whatever. And then I started doing Pilates and I started working out, and I was just eating, you know, pretty healthy and everything. And, you know, I never thought I would be here, but you know, the one thing I want to say, I guess, is I want to be open about that. I am now currently 163 pounds, I think. That's the most I've ever been. I think I probably was pushing 170 about a month or two ago, but I don't know because I didn't weigh myself. I was too scared of the scale, which I think you don't need to be scared of it. There's nothing to be scared about. Again, I don't think I'm at a terrible weight for my height, but I'm not where I should be. And at least I'm not where I want to be. And so I would say, yeah, using the scale as a tool is great. I, for some reason, was scared of it. I don't know why. Yeah, it's a mental thing. Kind of over that now, but anyway, kind of surreal. It's kind of humbling. But I want to be honest because health isn't, that's another thing I want to say, and why I wanted to really kind of make this video, just to tell you where I've been and what I've been thinking the last couple weeks, is just, I want to be healthy, and I believe I am healthy, but I know I can be better. I think we can all make improvements in anything that we're, in our lives. I don't think that we always need to be at the same place. I think it's good to exercise, I guess, flexibility and when it comes to our health. So I'm not unhappy that I've gained the weight, but I am ready to get back to a point where I feel better and where I feel my most energized, the best. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I keep messing with my hair. I need to just let it go. Anyway, but yeah, so I just want to say this. Health is not a number. Health is not one specific place. Our bodies will grow and our bodies will change as things happen in our lives. I went through a breakup and it hurt, and I turned to food to cope with it, and I was also in a stressful job again. All of these things were kind of piling up, and I didn't know how to cope with it, and so I coped with food, and I ended up gaining about 35 to 40 pounds above what I should be. I'm not really wanting to necessarily lose 30 pounds. I think my goal is more like 25. We'll see. I don't know. All depends. But anyway, things happen in our lives, and I don't think we should be upset at those things. I don't think... If you hear my family in the background, I'm sorry. Anyway, I don't think we should be upset when we go through things. We should learn from them, of course, and just move forward and move on with our lives. And yeah, another thing I think I wanted to talk a little bit about is just the perfectionism. I'm a very big perfectionist. I'm sure there's some of you out there too that are also perfectionists and want to get everything right when it comes down to anything. It doesn't have to be health, it can be anything. But for me, I've always had really high standards for myself. I've always had very much, I don't know, like rules that I've made for myself that aren't they're not all impossible, but some of them are kind of impossible to do long term. And so I've kind of just sat down and realized to be forgiving of my body and to be forgiving of what goes on in my life, and that you just move forward and you learn from the mistakes, and understanding that everything takes time and patience. This morning, just to give you an example, this morning I went to the gym, which, oh, that's another thing, little update. I have a gym membership now. But anyway, so I went to the gym this morning and I thought I could lift a certain amount of weight for my squat because I had been doing that at home. However, I think at home it's actually less than I thought. And so because of that, I think I got a little prideful and a little cocky in the gym and thought I could lift that, and I can't. I went through one set of 10 reps like I usually do, and then my second set I got about to 6 reps, and then my legs just gave out. I couldn't lift it, and I just fell. Well, I say fell. I kind of sat down basically and let the bar go, and I never experienced anything like that before, so like the baby that I am, I cried about it. But after I had thought about it and after I got back up and I did a little bit of working out, I didn't do a whole lot as I usually do because I just didn't feel energized, and I think I was just too beaten down by the fact that I failed. There's no such thing as failure when working out, but to me I thought I failed. And when I thought about it, I realized that I needed to be patient and to forgive myself and to realize that maybe I'm not as far as I thought. Maybe at one point I could lift that, but right now I can't. For whatever reason, it could have been a lot of reasons, but either way I didn't and I couldn't, and that's okay. Sometimes it's best to just start all the way at the bottom, even if you feel like, oh, but I don't want to start at the bottom. I don't want to do that. And I know that I felt like a failure because I'm starting not quite at the bottom, but I'm starting lower than I want to. And to be honest, that's okay. Our bodies go through change. Our bodies go through things. And in order to gain strength or to get back down to what we want to be, or to get back to where we just want to be, whatever that means, whether that means gaining or losing, because everyone's on a different journey, everyone's on a different spectrum. Starting slow and just realizing that it takes time, patience is okay. There's no such thing as a quick sprint into health. Health, like I try to preach, is a lifestyle and a journey. You're never going to reach the end per se, but you're always going to get to those little mini goals, and you're going to see progress, but it might take longer than you think, and that's okay. And I just want to say this because I know that I'm not the only one out there feeling this way. I'm not the only one feeling kind of, stuck. I'm not really stuck, but feeling like your progress is just not going as fast as you want. It's okay, because I am there. And whoa, I was sorry, I had my tea in between my legs and almost fell. But anyway, I just want to encourage you and say, it's okay. Don't stress about it. Just get right back up and keep going. You can't fail at exercise. You can't fail at eating right. You can't fail at these things. You just mess up sometimes. But that's not the same thing as failure. Failure is when you quit. Failure is when you decide, you know what, I'm not going to go to the gym anymore. I quit. I'm not going to eat anything healthy anymore. I'm just going to, it doesn't work. No, it doesn't work that way. We just have to keep going and keep pushing and realizing that every day is going to be a little different. Some days are going to be amazing gym days. Some days are going to suck. Some days are going to be amazing. I ate literally everything healthy. Everything I ate was clean. And then other days are going to be like, oh my gosh, I really hammed it out on the fries today. It just depends on the day, but that doesn't mean that we quit. It doesn't mean that we stop. It doesn't mean that we don't want to live a healthy lifestyle anymore. It means that we just keep going. And I think we can be so blinded with the fitness community on like Instagram and online, where all of these girls, and I say girls because I think most of my audience will be women, but even guys too, are bombarded by these pictures of these perfect bodies, and they're shredded, they're lean, they're just amazingly fit, but not everyone, one, can achieve that, and second, sometimes that even isn't healthy. Being at a super low body fat percentage can be unhealthy for your hormones, especially if you're a woman. It's not realistic, no. But taking care of your body, working out a few times a week, making sure you walk, making sure you're active. I don't know why I repeat like basically the same thing 3 times. Anyway, and just fueling your body with food that is nourishing and healthy. And sometimes if you want to eat a brownie or a cookie, you can. It's not about short-term health. The point is, we're all imperfect human beings. None of us are perfect. I'm not perfect. I know that you on the other side of the screen are not perfect, but that is okay. We should accept our imperfections and learn from our mistakes and keep going and, be happy when we do succeed, and just write down some notes when we make a mistake. It's things that like this that could get you down, but you shouldn't let it get you down. And I know for me, for the last week and a half, 2 weeks, I was just kind of feeling, again, because I didn't upload a video last week. I felt like a failure because I didn't give you guys content, but realizing that I could have made excuses, but really it just boils down to I didn't make time for it. And I learned from that mistake. I'm not going to do that again. I am going to make time for it. And you move on. There's no reason to beat yourself up. You just got to keep going. And you got to keep running that mile that will never end, basically, until essentially the day you die. So I hope that this was encouraging. It was a kind of a rambling video. But next week I do have a couple of days off that I'm hoping to do come along with me in my days off, because I want to show you kind of how do I stay healthy, and then also do things that basically I just sit down. So I write, that's just sitting at my desk. How do I stay active? What do I do? So I'm just gonna kind of show you guys more of like a vlog style, what I do on my days off. Click the like button if you want to see a video like that, like more vlog style. I don't plan on doing them all the time, but it'd be cool since I haven't done one, kind of just show you what I do on my days off. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really don't know what else to say, except that I just want you to know that we are all growing people. I'm a growing person. I will never stop growing and learning if I can help it. And I think we should all strive to be that way. All striving to grow and to learn more, never to be so self-righteous that we feel like we can't learn anything. I'm too good for everyone. We should never be like that. We should always strive to be better than we were yesterday. So thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to go follow me on Instagram, that would be amazing. I like to post some healthy recipes. I post pictures over there, so go follow me there. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thank you for subscribing if you have. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you all next time. Bye.